Huge game tonight, as mentioned, and Casey Mittelstadt has joined us for this Buffalo-Toronto clash here, which hasn't happened this season and comes with playoff implications, obviously, even though we're still a ways from the end. Casey, what's the vibe like this morning?
Yeah, I think the boys are loose, but definitely focused. We know it's a big game and big rivalry. I think it means a lot for us and it means a lot for the city. So I think the boys are focused for sure and ready to go.
Take me back to Saturday. You guys play a late game in San Jose in the Eastern Time Zone, and then everything leading up to that game and in-game fell your way. All the teams that are around lost. You guys go out to win. You pay attention to that a little bit? Anybody mentioning it as you guys are getting stretched out and ready for the game?
I think I'd be lying if I said it wasn't floating around the room. But at the same time, we're trying to stay focused. We know we got to handle our business, and none of that matters if we don't do that. So I think I'd definitely be lying if I said it wasn't going around the room. But at the same time, I thought the boys did a good job. I didn't think it was our best game, but we found a way to win on the road, and anytime you can do that, it's huge.
With that being said, how do you take that next step to getting back to feeling as good as your group was, especially offensively? Because Marty and I talk about this all the time. It's kind of been your identity. So without question, when you guys are playing that, I don't want to say free-flowing game, but just strong offensive game, the results tend to speak for themselves.
Yeah, I think, I thought on the trip, I thought you'd see flashes. I don't know if in any of the games we put it together, particularly for 60 minutes, but I started to see flashes there again. And anytime you have a break and we got a young team, it can be tough to get back into the flow. But I thought we had a really strong practice yesterday, a lot of goals being scored. So for us, that's fun to see. And I think the boys will be ready to go tonight. We know this is a big game, and we know what this means for the city.
You talk about the team being young. You referred to your line mates as young bucks the other day. You're only 24 years old. Like, there's a fine line there with age, right? But you've been in the league a while, your experience. What does it feel like to play with a couple of young buck now and the lines, the way they changed?
Yeah, it's great. I've gotten to know them pretty well. I think I skated a lot with Quinny on the taxi squad and thought we had some good chemistry there. So
I don't want to revisit that.
That's a long time ago. Oh my gosh.
I'm definitely good too, but we had some good chemistry though. So some of those things you don't forget. And obviously Krebsy, I've gotten to know him well since he's came over here, and I really enjoy playing with them just because they're both so positive. Even if something doesn't go your way, they're on the bench, they're chatting, they're like, let's move on, let's keep going. I think those things really matter, especially we've got a lot of games coming up, and I think the negative stuff can kind of weigh and nag at you a bit. So I really enjoy playing with them and just the positivity they bring more than anything.
Amazing that you bring that up. And then I think to you guys at the age spectrum that you're at, and then the oldest player on your team was doing something similar with Washington at that time, applying his trade on the like, it's amazing how everything evolves, and here you are in this situation. And I have to assume that the personalities that we're getting to see a lot of through social media are an absolute just hilarious like every day must be an absolute behind the scenes. Take us through how the guys are reacting to Between Two Stalls, Jeff Skinner's latest creation.
We were joking around yesterday. Whoever came up, I actually think Skinny came up with the whole thing by himself.
We are told that is the case.
To be honest, it's crazy to me because he's so quiet and kind of stays out of it. But some guys were saying yesterday, you put Skinny in a role where he has to be awkward and shy, he's going to kill it. So I thought it was absolutely hilarious. And Tucky was funny, too. I guess Tucky had to go, and he was kind of mad he had to do it, so it just put him in the perfect mood.
That's even better to know that.
It worked out perfectly, yeah. I thought it was awesome. That was a really good laugh.
The T-shirt, when Skinny went to the side and says, don't worry, we're going to edit that. And then he puts the Tage Thompson, and then Tucky says, yeah, I guess I've been a bad friend to Tage. I just about died and killed over. Just because, I could see where Alex is such a good-hearted guy that there was a part of him that was like, have I been a bad friend to Tage and that? So, I don't know, I guess Skinny is just great. Now, let me just go back to a couple of things. You obviously scored a beautiful one against Anaheim the other night. when you watch the replays, like I saw something when we started the show yesterday, Sabres Live, when Skinner scored the game-winning goal against San Jose. Dahlin already had his arms up in the air before the puck even got in the net. Like, do you guys clip those aside? Is it part of the video session? Funny things that happen on the ice?
I haven't seen that one. Sometimes I think maybe not every time we'll have some funny clips like that. And honestly, normally they do involve Skinny. So those are usually pretty funny. I haven't seen that one yet, but I'm sure if we get a couple days in between games and a chance to reset, Donnie usually throws a couple of bloopers in there. So we usually get a good laugh at those. And like I said, they usually involve Skinny or Tucky.
That's interesting. So is Don the catalyst for that kind of stuff, or do all the assistants tend to help out in that regard, keeping it light when needed?
I think it comes from all of them. I think that's what's been really good about this coaching staff. It just overall is the message is so unified. I know we're talking about bloopers, but everything in general, they're all so on the same page and speaking the same message. So I think it's been really good for us and really good for, I guess like Marty said, I'm still pretty young, but for the younger Bucks, I think that's really good for them just to hear the same message, and it's been awesome.
So, I was just watching Dan Girardi on the ice this morning. Random assistant coach Dan Girardi, I guess. He seems to have a lot of energy. I was watching the morning skate. There was a lot of energy on the ice. Do you like the morning skate? We had a conversation about maybe those will disappear at one point. Do you like the morning skate like this morning, getting ready for a game?
To be honest, if we have morning skate, I will skate every single time. So I'm one of the guys who loves the morning skate. I like to go out, sweat a little bit, feel the puck. I think it just depends on the player. You got guys like who will absolutely never skate if they don't have to, and that's completely fine. I think everyone's different, and everyone likes to kind of prepare in different ways. But in my take, I love the morning skate. I would skate every time.
Last one for me. The Leafs look different as well, obviously, since the last time you saw them with old Sabre Ryan O'Reilly in the mix. Your take on the matchup tonight and how you see it?
Yeah, I got to watch them, I think it was maybe 2 days ago against Chicago, so I got to watch most of that game, and, they have a lot of skill. I think he brings a little different of an element. Obviously, they're a super fast team, and he's more of a kind of move around, make plays with his stick, and use his brain kind of player, so I think he adds a little different element for them, and obviously you've seen what he's done over his career. He's such a good 200-foot player, and he can make plays in all three zones, so yeah, he definitely adds something, and it's going to be interesting to find out what it is tonight.
How long till you have your own video series?
Oh, boy. I think I got time. How many more?
You're still young.
I'm still young. How many more years does Skinny have left on his contract? Maybe I could take over.
We look forward to the cameo appearances and eventual takeover. Casey, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.